this is an overview for Lead Blast Pro. It's a prospecting system on a mass level for English voicemail and voice broadcast, and other features are being added soon. It's a very, very powerful tool for a few reasons. You have your own suppression, and you can buy your own phone numbers, and you have your own IVR system, and I'll go over those briefly right now. So suppression means if someone says remove me from the list, you can actually have that added to the suppression list with a button, or it can be added with IVR, which I'm going to go over shortly. So there's two reasons that's actually very powerful. It saves you money, and this is per successful delivery. So if you send and nothing that gets delivered, you won't get charged, only per successful delivery. But if someone says remove from the list and you click suppress, so they are removed from that list, anytime in the future that number, the name comes on the same list or same campaign or even different campaigns, is going to trigger that same phone number and find out that number was suppressed, so it won't send them again. So you can save money on that, number one. Number two, you can perhaps save some legal issues if that person tried to pursue that, since he asked to be removed. So that's why this tool is very, very powerful. The second thing is the phone numbers. You can actually buy your own phone numbers from here. So I'm going to actually purchase a number right now as we speak. And let's do 702 phone number. And it'll ask you if the number has a SMS capability, because some people might send an SMS. And all right, this sounds good. Let's purchase this number. Okay. And now we have this number. And you can actually release this number and get rid of it and renew it every few months or every month if you want. Numbers gets burnt out if you send on a mass level, and some phones will say likely spam or not. This is a great tool, so you can actually swap out numbers every month or two and then keep the same number for maybe another month until you get rid of it. So you can maximize on that. You have call groups. You can always have different call groups depending on your campaigns. And the cool part is you have your IVR. IVR is the press 1, press 2. We can say IVR, so ringless voicemail. In description, I'm going to add 1 and 2. That's how. Now we need to configure it. Actually, over here, and RVM. Press menu, yes. And we can check. This is the audio we uploaded in the audio files, and digits. Now we add 1 and 2 digits. So we're going to do press 1 and press 2, and it has to be in that format. So now we can actually go in there again after we did that, and then we can say if they press 1, forward, and then we can enter a forwarding number, and press 2, you can have suppress. They will be automatically removed. So if they press 1, they're going to get transferred to a live agent, and press 2 if you want to be suppressed, and it'll tell them that. Perfect. Now we set up the IVR, and this is our media library. You can always add files in here, new audio. It's pretty easy. And now we're going to actually upload a list, which I dragged and dropped. So I'm going to do it again to show you how you can actually map the list. So once you drop the list, it says need mapping. Now you're going to need to click on that every time it says need mapping. And where it says phone number, you just find the number, first name, you find the first name, last name, you find the last name. And you can actually add more field mapping. And I'll show you where you can get to that menu. You can go to configuration. And from there, you can map things in here. You can add more mapping. By the way, you can do the time zone from 8 to 8. You can do weekdays only, choose your time. And it has its own API. And you can have enable stop suppression by having keywords added in here. This is the generic one that we have added, and the throttle for the phone, how fast you want the phone, the system to send it, and you save it at the bottom. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and give a live example. So now we added the list, we have everything set up, and we can do campaign, new campaign. Let's do voicemail drop from the list I just showed you. Actually, I haven't showed you yet. There it is. There's our list. And it's right here. We're gonna test this one out. So we're gonna call campaign test 2. And we're gonna do today. And we're gonna pick this one, the one we just did. And we'll pick the phone number. You should have always, I forgot to mention this. So you should have two numbers, always two numbers. Because for the ringless voicemail, because it'll dial from one and it'll drop a voicemail from another. And you can specify another number if you have a call rail number or any other numbers. You can put that number in here and it'll drop the voicemail with that number as well. So it doesn't show with this because it'll dial the number and it'll drop the voicemail with another number. So we're going to go ahead and buy another number. And let's buy this one. Perfect. All right. Now we'll go back to campaigns and new campaign. Excuse me. And we'll start it again. Okay. Now we'll click here and we'll choose the list and we just upload it. So you highlight the numbers you want. You can add groups. By adding groups, you can actually just click on it and it'll highlight the numbers for you if you have a lot of numbers. We're going to select the file. We want the general. And you can add contents in here just for your own record. And you can do Monday through Friday only and runtime. This is a cool option. So there's litigators out there that their job is to sue people. You can actually suppress this list against the litigators that people are known who to sue people. So it's another option. That's a cool option if you want. And we'll hit schedule. Now it's going to schedule that out. We'll go to the home page, and it's actually going to start sending those out. I'll pause it, and we come back when it's done. As you see, it's telling me that 6 of them got sent. There was one error, so if the number was wrong, you won't get charged for that. So now 9 of them sent. The more we refresh throughout there you go, 10 of them. I'll come back after it's done. Alright, now that it's done, 28 of them was successfully delivered. One of them there was an error. And you can always pull reports, daily cost, how much per numbers, daily campaign cost, so you can actually check per campaign how much the campaign costs you and why not. And there you go. And that's pretty much our system.